Hey everybody, John Navarez here from Local Hugs. In this video, I want to talk about Gate 5, MCRD San Diego. How do you get inside the base? Where do you go? What time do you need to be there? Those details will be discussed during this video. So when you go for your family day, for your Marine during graduation week, there are a couple of ways to get inside the base. One is if you have a military ID, meaning you're an active duty person, reservist, retiree, National Guard, disabled veteran. If you have base access um, to a normal base, to a normal military installation, you will have base access to MCRD. So if you have that, then you can definitely use whatever gate that they have open. For the most part, during family day and graduation, that will be gate 5, which is always open. That is the main gate for MCRD. It's open 24 hours. And there's a gate called gate 4. Okay. If you do have base access, then you can go in and out of base anytime you want to. Now, if you do not have base access, meaning you're not a active duty, you're not a retiree, you're not a reservist or disabled veteran, or anything that any person that has a base access to a normal military installation, then you have to go through gate 5. Okay, gate 5, as you can see, these are the directions on the screen for you on how to get to gate 5. Mostly if you're coming from the north, south, or east of I-5, Interstate 5, you will exit the Washington Street exit. If you're coming from the west, you can see the directions there at the very bottom. Okay, and if all else fails, I have put down the address. That 2200 West Washington Street is that building directly on the picture to the right of it. That is the visitor center for MCRD. It's actually the pass and ID now, where you can get passes and stuff if you are trying to get a base pass, not for a regular visitor, but actual base registration to come aboard MCRD. That's where you go. If you're a disabled vet trying to get base access with your disabled VA service connected disabled ID card, that's where you go as well. Okay. So if you put that in your GPS, it will take you directly to that building, which to the left of it is where gate 5 is. Okay. So if you do not have base access, the time that you can enter the base at the earliest is 6:30 a.m. So definitely recommend for people to show up a little bit earlier. What happens is at 6:30, all cars come from everywhere. They just start flying out of nowhere, trying to get inside. Okay, if you try to sneak in before 6:30, 6:25, 6:26, there's a huge chance that they will turn you around. And if they turn you around, you're pretty much going to be stuck in traffic for a long time. Okay, so what happens is at 6:30 in the morning, they open up the gate and they start taking cars in. They start taking vehicles in. Okay, they will direct you to a certain location. After you go through the base, they will ask you to get off your vehicle, open all the doors, the trunk, the hood, and leave your vehicle with nothing but your ID card. You do need a valid government issue ID card, whether it be license, passport, green card, something that is issued by the government with your name that is not expired. It's going to be required for everybody 18 and above. If you're 16 and 17, you need at least a picture ID from your school or something that has your name on it. If you are under 16 years old, then you do not need an ID card. Okay, currently there are no COVID restrictions on base, on MCRD. Obviously that could change at every minute, at any day. But right now, the only restriction is for you to have a mask on when you go indoors, anywhere indoors. And also, if you are under the bleachers during the motivational run and the graduation day itself, okay? There's also a restriction for the meet and greet right now. Again, that is subject to change. If you are going to the meet and greet, you do need either a proof of vaccination, COVID vaccination, or a negative result. And you can see all that in the MCCS website when you make your reservation, when you buy your tickets for the meet and greet, which happens Wednesday evening. After that, after you um, get searched, they will search you. They will have like airport security type search. They will direct you to stand in one corner of that area where the inspection is, and then they'll start searching the vehicles, and they'll search it one by one. After all the vehicles are searched, then they will ask everybody to load up in their vehicles and drive, one by one off that area. And that's why it takes a little longer for vehicles to get inspected, because they have to go through every single vehicle. Everybody has to get off the vehicle and stuff like that. So if you're not in that first batch of cars to get through the inspection, it will be a little bit of a wait. Okay. If you happen to get inside with that first batch of cars, then there's a huge chance for you to be able to see your Marines practicing in the parade deck, on the parade deck, which is a good incentive for you guys, a good motivation for you guys to get there a little early. If you do get inside early enough, like I said, if you're able to see, you may have a chance to see your Marine 5 to 10 feet away from you, as they load up and march onto the parade deck to do their practice for graduation. So again, if 6:30 is the earliest they can get in. If you try to get in there, try to park anywhere. See the picture here, the bottom right picture. That's a picture of vehicles waiting for 6:30. And you can see, that's probably a Friday morning, because they already know what happened, the day before with all the craziness with traffic. So people start parking around the area right there. If you see that yellow light, if you pass that, this is the picture on the left is what it looks like. Because you can actually see the lights right there on the right side of the pickup truck, on the left side picture, on the picture on the left side, and that's what it looks like. You cross it, that's where it is, and the gates shortly after that. That yellow building on the picture in the middle, on the left side, that yellow building is actually this 2200 West Washington that I gave you guys. You could definitely park there if you could get yourself in there while you're waiting for 6:30. Okay, do not try to park there and leave your vehicle, because when the workers there get into that building and they see that you left your vehicle, they will get you towed. Okay, so definitely park there in the morning till 6:30, but don't leave your vehicle there, because they will tow you. Okay, so that's a quick rundown of Gate 5. What time to be there, ID requirements, what happens during the inspection. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit with your planning when you come down to MCRD for your graduation week. As always, if you need anything, let me know. If I missed something, please put it in the comments for people to learn a little bit of something. And as always, thank you very much for listening. See you guys soon. Take care.